What's up, YouTube? Mr. Captain Falcon here from that deck profile. This is deck profile on Infernities. Infernities are still really fun to play, even if they do open those sometimes cloggy hands of more than two monsters, but they are still really fun to play. Barrier's still like the best card in like the entire game, and then Launcher's just so good too. On top of that, you can make Void Ogre and Doom Dragon. It's really unfair. And also, this dude's really unfair too, Laval Chain. But we'll get to him later. Onto the deck profile. Triple Dark Greffer. Greffer's so good. Let's see. Basically, other than being able to search him with Rhoda, he can pitch for dead Archfiends and yeah, he can pitch your dead Archfiends and set up Graveyard, or like Beetle, or Necromancer, or even like Street Patrol, so you can Zero Max, and what's it called? You can also even get Breakup, Call the Haunted, Launcher, it's just so good. Triple Archfiend, best, I have to say, like one of the best cards in the game, or at least in this deck. But while you have no cards in your hand, you can special him, if you draw him, and when you special summon, while you have no cards in your hand, you can add an Infernity card. So, he's so freaking good. Basically, he can add you Infernity Barrier, and that just makes it so you have a free negate, so he's basically a mini Logia, and it's just really good. He can also search for Beetle if he wants, he can also search for Launcher, which is really good, and he's just really good. Triple Beetle, I'm not playing the 100 Eyes loop, because it's just kind of needs more setup, and it gets kind of cloggy hands. But Beetle's really good because it makes you instant Archfiend or Void Ogre Dragon, and he's also he's a tuner, so he's really easy synchro with let's say Infernal Necromancer effect, get Beetle, tribute Beetle, get two Beetles, synchro 7, synchro 5, uh, or you summon Archfiend, summon Beetle, special or like call the Haunted Beetle, tribute 2, get 2, synchro for 8. It's just really good. After searching for Necromancer, getting the barrier. There's so many pluses. Triple Necromancer, another really good card. Again, if you don't know what Infernities do, you need no cards in your hand to get their effects, but when he's normal summoned, you can change it to defense mode. While you have no cards in your hand, you can special summon one Infernity monster from your graveyard, except Infernity Necromancer. So he's really good with Beetle if you discard him, or with Archfiend when you have no cards, and it just gives you really good pluses. And it lets you make level 3 synchros, so yeah. And one stick in Street Patrol, he's okay, I guess. Essentially, what's it called? He's just sort of here for a beater and being a fiend, but his second effect's really good too. When he's in the graveyard, he's basically a Mizuki, and you can special summon a Inferni from your hand. So maybe you summoned already. Maybe you want a special Necromancer. Maybe you want to get Archfiend. Maybe you want to search for Barrier. Maybe you want to search for Beetle. It's just really good. So, yay. So, 13 monsters, because if you play any more, it gets really cloggy, and you don't want that, so no Dark Arm, no stuff like that. One Allure, because you want to get rid of your excess Darks and more draw power. Foolish, because it's really more of toolbox. You can normally pitch Archfiend or Beetle for Call the Haunted targets or Necromancer targets, so that's really good. Or even triple Zero Max, so we'll get to that later. Heavy, because you don't like back row. Actually, you don't really care about back row. Launcher is like the best card in the, like another really good card. For one, he can pitch dead Infernities, and if there's no cards in your hand, you can special summon up to 2 from your graveyard. So, really good. 2 Instant Fusion. I'm testing this. It's been really good so far. It makes Greffer, like, a whole lot better. After pitching and setting up your grave, you can go Instant Fusion and get your level 4 dude out, which is this dude, and make into Laval Chain. Laval Chain is so good because he's your free top decker, so you can top deck Archfiend, special it, search for a barrier, or search for Launcher, and just so many pluses. 100 Eyes, because you like specialing Archfiend, and you also like specialing everything else you like. Triple MST, because backers sucks dick. And, let's see, Reinforcement of the Army, because you want to search for your Greffers, and it's also a free set. Triple Zero Max. If you don't know what this does, it's really awkward, but, it's a mini Black Rose, and it's a Reborn. When you can special summon a Infernity from your graveyard, and destroy all face-up monsters on the attack. Lower than the special summoned monster, and you can't attack that. You can't conduct your battle phase that turn. So this guy's really good with mostly Archfiend and Necromancer, cause basically Archfiend search, barrier, pass. It's so good. Necromancer, same thing. Summon, special. Don't destroy anything, but special Archfiend, really good. Or even really late game, you can zero max your Infernity Doom Dragon, which I think is stupid. But 3,000 Reborn beater that destroys everything else. So it's a great nuke. And after ditching like let's say Greffer and like Archfiend together to make Laval Chain, you can activate zero max, search for barrier, and then wait, sorry, I messed it up. So there's some really funny plays you can do like after pitching, you zero max your Archfiend, special it, and then activate Laval Chain effect, get an Archfiend to top deck after setting your barrier and be like, yay, I have a barrier and another barrier coming. So that's like really stupid. Traps, double bottomless, cause it's bottomless. Double call, only 2 because, like I said, you play a low monster count and you do get kind of scarce for the targets for Archfiend really quickly, but you just have to play conservative. Triple barrier, this is basically your Logia negate. It negates everything except it negates everything basically, and it's counter trap, so it does essentially do everything that Logia can't do. And only thing you have to do is have no cards in your hand and Archfiend and face up, or a Infernity face up. 2 Infernity break. This is essentially your Raigeki break. You can remove an Infernity card from your graveyard and select one card in your opponent's field and destroy it. So basically, you can remove frickin' barrier and like dead beetles, and it's just really good. Solemn Brigade, because Solemn Brigade's good, and Starlight Road, because you are playing a decent amount of traps. Onto the extra deck, 1 Kaiman Wizard for your your instant fusion, and Dragonist the Wicked Knight. These 2 don't matter, just has to be level 3 and 4. I'm just choosing these ones because they can't be bottomless. Synchros, Catastor because Infernity Beetle and Necromancer, Gaia and Gravity Warrior. Brio's gone, which makes the deck kind of weaker now because you can't pitch dead cards. But Gravity Warrior's just good because really, he's just more of like a pit stop target after you get your Necromancer Beetle combo off. So make Gaia. I normally just make Gaia Knight and then go straight into either Void Ogre or Infernity Doom. Like if I have like zero max set, I make Void Ogre because I go for zero max, get Archfiend, blow up anything that is on the field, and then set barrier. Then you have a monster that can negate spells and traps, and then you have a set barrier set, so it's just really good. Infernity Doom Dragon, he basically blows up stuff and then inflicts half of the damage to their opponent, and it can't attack that turn. Mistworm because 2, 6, 9. Essentially that's it. Librarian, he might be coming out for like Android or something, but he's good. You synchro a good bit. So, Void Ogre Dragon, like I said, he's just a fatter Sheehan essentially, and he's just really good. Stardust, 1 Stardust Road, or Starlight Road. Before I was playing 2 Laval, and then to the Exceeds, 2 Laval Chains, he's your best Exceed essentially. You make him a lot with Instant Fusion, Greffers, and Archfiends, and he just makes it so you can search your barriers a lot easier. 1 Levier because sometimes you have to overlay 2 Necromancers and it's just really weird. And you can get back, just remove stuff, maybe something you alert, stuff like that. Maestroke, level 4, you make a lot of level 4s. Utopia, the anime card. He might be actually getting out for the wall chain, but he's been doing okay so far. And 1 Pap because setting is annoying. That's the deck profile, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, and you guys should test it on DN. This deck is a lot easier to understand than like the more complex version of Infernities, the 100 Eyes loop. I wonder if you can still do. Yeah. Well, so no Mirage, no freaking Avenger, because that version hates me for some reason, and I can never get the loop off. So yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of rambling now. Comment, rate, subscribe, and peace out, YouTube.